I'll take the cheap way out. It's the cessation of life, at least organically. Is there life after death? Well, it does depend on what we mean by life. And so a minute ago I said that, okay, you said, what is death? If death is the cessation of organic life, well, I mean, we can talk about biological life, which as animals and organisms and creatures on the earth all obviously die and cease to exist and compost back into the earth, so to speak. Well, literally, I mean, eventually. But it might be that life is more than our biological organisms, and but this is where none of us really know, and I don't have any firm beliefs about that, except I do have some intuitive. I do have a belief that there's something about consciousness or about life which animates matter, which makes life, which makes a living cell and not just a heap of molecules on a test tube floor or something. But I can't quite say what that is. But I believe that it's there. There's some difference between a pile of molecules and a living cell, and that is life. What is that? I don't know. And where that goes when the cell dies or when I die, I don't know. So this is, I'm sorry to not answer your question.
This is good.
Yeah, is there life after death? Well, what is life really? There are a lot of obvious ways in which people would say no, that there appears not to be, but there are a lot of others of us, and I'm among them, who can't quite accept that on an intuitive basis. It's just, but I can't give a very coherent answer for, all right, so in what way does life survive after death? If by grief do you mean having someone close to me die? Because there can be other griefs too. I haven't had that happen to me for a few years now. Not anybody real close. But I'm sure it will happen, and it does happen. And I think the best strategy to handle grief or any other unpleasant feeling, shall we say, is just to first of all acknowledge that it's real, right? I mean, if I've experienced any kind of loss or pain or difficulty of any kind, I think that the best way for me is to first just don't try to deny it. Don't deny that I'm having this experience, and in some important way, don't fight it either. Just let it be, let it run its course. And as far as grief goes, I know that it will eventually pass largely, although for very deep griefs, maybe there's not ever any real recovery. It's just that your life adjusts to it and you go on. But it's always, it may affect the rest of my life. I know that. Or in other cases, just no. I mean, years can go by and then, no, I feel completely okay and integrated about that. I would love it if people recognized that, I mean, on my tombstone, for example, I don't know if I want a tombstone, but figuratively speaking, if it just said he was a loving man, then I would be largely happy with that. I would like so if you're asking me how would I want people to remember me, that is a big part of it. That's probably most of it. I would also like it to be said of me that I was curious and idealistic and had a bright, fun mind. Well, I hope that, so this question is forcing me to think about some, I mean, it's right on the spot. It comes to mind that it would be lovely if my future ascended self could say to my current self, I'm glad you finally figured it all out, and I'm glad you finally learned to relax and just flow with life and not take anything too seriously and take everything with the utmost importance, loving it as it is. So, all right, so here I am, I'm this ascended being, and I'm now looking down on young Gordon there. And I think I want to say, yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing when you can learn to relax. And I know that you take things seriously, and I want you to keep doing that. And I also don't want you to take any of it seriously. It's all just it's a story. It's an enactment. It's a play. It's a drama. And it does matter in that sense, in the sense that your lines in the play matter. But you know, in the bigger picture, it's all good, and you can just relax and have fun. Even when it seems ugly or whatever, that's part of the play, I guess. Well, when I would like it for people to say that I'm a loving person, I mean that in a fairly conventional sense. But what I really mean by love is something very grand and universal and unifying. It's really something close to consciousness. We're dealing now with a place where my own language fails with what I perceive, or what I believe that I perceive, and one of them is so consciousness or love. And love is, I view the whole universe and all of the cosmos as being shot through with and lit up by love. It is the animating force. It is that which makes a cell and not just a blob of molecules, or what makes me. And it's also even what makes things respond to each other in the universe. Even, I mean, this is what related to, I mean, subatomic particles respond to each other. There's a kind of a consciousness there, and that's somehow inseparable from love. In my own, this is a very deep and very personal view that you're getting from me, but that's the best I've got right now.
Perfect. Thank you so much. You are complete.
I am whole and complete. Yes, I am.